If you're watching this, you've probably heard the legend, the one where a 17-year-old made $100,000 selling phone cases from his mom's basement. Yeah. Anyway, just kidding. Now, you're here thinking, can I do it too? And that's popular. A lot of these gurus out there, they sell you all these gimmicks of making millions easily within few days. Okay, but let me save you the time. Actually, dropshipping is real. Okay, I'm not saying it's not real, and people are actually making money, but most people are doing it the wrong way. Okay, and a lot of people, they go ahead to listen to what these gurus out there are saying, and at the end they get frustrated. Right. So before I even get started, I need you to know that this tutorial is just me, giving you my best knowledge that I know in dropshipping. A whole lot of people are in their chapter 20s, chapter 10, chapter 5, but possibly I'm still in my chapter 1, and I'm not a millionaire in this, but I've made a couple of sales. So I'm just teaching you what I know regarding dropshipping. So I'm not going to be showing you a dashboard or whatever it is. This is just going to be a mixture of some pictures generated and also a mixture of, me showing you some processes with my laptop and everything. So it's a mixture, and it's not going to be all these kind of tutorials where I show you that I made so millions like that, but you can always learn from this. Okay, so that is it. So if you are looking for someone that has made millions, you might want to bounce from this video. This is just me pouring out what I know and teaching people what I know regarding dropshipping. Okay, this is going to be a complete Shopify dropshipping course. I'm gonna break it down like you're 5, but also like you're serious. Okay, so you want to grab a coffee or your malt or your ice cream. There's no judgment here. So let's go deep. All right. So now, dropshipping is selling stuff you don't own, store, or cheap. Okay, it's basically you finding a product, post it on your online store, someone buys it, okay, and the supplier ships it directly to your customer. So your profit is on whatever that is left after the supplier gets paid. So it's basically the digital version of you telling your cousin to pay you for the shoe. Okay, then you go and buy it at the market and you buy it to him. So that's just how it works. Okay, cousin pays you for the shoe, you go to the market, you buy it, you deliver it, and you keep the remaining profits. So that's how it works. Okay, but the difference is just that you are doing it globally, you are doing it automatically. You don't have to really go straight to the market. Everything is also automated. Okay, and you don't have to commute, and hopefully you make profit. So there are a lot of platforms out there that you can use to dropship. Okay, we have WooCommerce, we have Wix, we also even have Facebook shops. Okay, but I always advise you use Shopify. Okay, because that is the iPhone of e-commerce. Okay, it has a clean dashboard. The interface is okay. Also, they've got some plug and play apps, beginner friendly, and it's they just looks good. Okay, and people actually judge your store like they judge your Instagram feed. That is how it is, and you can always try Shopify for free. Okay, I think for like 30 days you can actually give it a try. Okay, so just for $1 you can try for 30 days. So Shopify also lets you build a store in like 2 hours. It's very easy, even if you don't know how to close tabs properly. Shopify is the good one. So we're going to be talking about Shopify. It's basically what we're going to be using and talking about in this course. Okay. So now here is what a lot of people think dropshipping looks like. You think that you're going to find a hot product, then you post it on your Shopify store, then you get sales from TikTok overnight. Okay. Then you buy a Lamborghini, because that is what all these gurus, all these guys see. That is what they promote. Okay. That is what they tell you. But here is how dropshipping actually looks like. And the moment you know this, I have this at the back of your mind, you're not going to quit. The first thing is that when it comes to dropshipping, you need to test products. Okay. I tested over 17 products that are flop before I was able to make, a good sale. Okay. From the 18 products, or possibly go ahead and test at least 3 products that will be flop. Okay. That one is normal. At least you're going to test products, and the beginning is going to be flop. Okay. And you now get a sale. And once you get this one sale, maybe after you've been able to break even, you'll be able to get that product that now made you a sale, you're going to scream, you're going to be happy. Okay. Then the next problem is where customers comes in. Okay. You're going to get customer email whereby they tell you, where is my package? Okay. Customers are going to complain. And that is when you're going to realize that shipping from China takes 12 days. All right. You might not actually know before. So it is those are the things you need to, these are the experience you're going to see when it comes to dropshipping. So possibly you will learn, you will adapt, and you'll also win. Okay. Yeah. Once you don't give up, you're going to win. Okay. So for you to get started with dropshipping, you need 3 things. The first thing is a Shopify account. Just like I said, you can get started for free. Then after that, you'll be paying $39 per month. Okay. Then you need a product sourcing application. You can use apps like DSAS, ZenDrop, or AutoDS. Okay. And you're going to be needing your brain. Yeah. You need it because TikTok will lie to you. Yes, we're gonna talk more about that later on. All right. Yeah, TikTok will lie to you. Just stick through and talk about that later on. So, and optionally, you're gonna be needing a Gmail also, a PayPal account, and also you're gonna be needing a strength to ignore your cousin or maybe your friend or anyone when they say this thing will not work in the United States or in the UK or wherever you are. This thing will not work. You're just wasting your time. You need the strength, okay, and you need the tenacity and the discipline to keep, sticking through, right? So now, here is where most people mess up when it comes to dropshipping. Okay, they pick a niche that they are passionate about. Okay, so they might just go ahead and pick, fidget spinners for left-handed cats. Okay, so they just go ahead and pick a niche. They be like, oh, this niche is good. I like it. Now, here's the better formula when it comes to doing dropshipping. You need to have interest, market demand, and unique angle. Okay, that is what is going to give you a good niche. Okay, interest, market demand, and unique angle. Example can be pet accessories for small breeds only. Okay, or phone cases that double as wallets. Okay, or kitchen tools for single dads. Yes, that's also a thing. Okay, kitchen tools for single dad. All right. So don't try to sell to everyone. You just need to sell to one group so well that they feel like it gets them. You can see that everything I've been talking here is specifically to a small certain portion of people. Okay, but through those people, from them you can make a whole lot of money. Okay, I hope you get what I'm saying. So now most beginners fall into what I call the product trap. Like they spend weeks searching for the winning product, like it's the holy grail. Now it doesn't work like that. Okay, like products don't win, offers do. Okay, you keep searching for the winning product. That is actually what happened to me at first. Also, I keep searching for the winning product, and I tested 17. Okay, but because I have nothing to do, I have nowhere to go. I just have to keep pushing, and through the 17, and I was able to win in the product. Okay, but it's not easy. Okay, so you need to stick to one. You need to find something that that has the interest, market demand, a unique angle, proposition, or however you want to put it, and you get a good niche. So the products don't win, but the offer. So you could actually sell something like maybe a resistant band that thousands of other people are selling, that they are running ads to and doing everything. But if your story is different and your heart is also different, or maybe your bundle is different, you can actually win. So it's not even about the product. You can sell a product that a whole lot of people are selling, but if you have a different story, a different angle, then you are gonna win. Okay. An example can be, everyone sells lead dog collars. Okay, it's popular. Okay. And you go ahead and you sell night safety packs for dog owners, okay, with a collar, leash, and guide. So can you see the difference? Because everyone is selling the leg dog collars, but you're going ahead to sell the night safety packs for dog owners, okay? So your own is in bundle because now you have collar, leash, and guide, okay? So that's the difference. So now here is how to research the smart way, right? And I hope this video is, be educative. Just like I said, this is just me sharing what I know when it comes to dropshipping. Is less about me just showing you my screen and dashboard and everything. So I hope you're really getting this, and if you have, please make sure that you smash the red subscribe button and also like this video. Especially like this video, even if you don't want to subscribe, like it so that YouTube can recommend it to several other people that might need something like this. Let's get back to this. If you want to research, this is how I research my product. Okay, I go to TikTok search. Okay, then I search. TikTok made me buy it. Okay, plus filters to this week. Right. That's how you catch new trends before they even go viral. So just go to your TikTok search, then type TikTok made me buy it. Okay. Then filter hits to this week. Right. So you see what people are actually buying this week. Right. And also you can go to Amazon movers and shakers. Okay. You can use Amazon. Go to look for weird products. Okay. So go to Amazon movers and shakers and you look for weird products that are climbing fast in obscure categories. Okay. And I would suggest you just go for categories that are gated already. You don't want to go for gated categories. Although, so far you'll be doing dropshipping, you might not really want to bother about gated categories. About that. But anyway, it's fine. So just go look for weird products, okay, that are climbing fast in your categories. Okay, you can do that through Amazon. Okay, and another way is also using Kohala Inspector. Okay, this is a Chrome extension. So this actually helps you to spy on successful Shopify stores, and it tells you what products they are selling. Okay, yeah, Koala Inspector, it's a Chrome extension and searches on Google. So it helps you spy on successful Shopify stores and tell you what products they're selling. And the last way that I use, I'm going to be teaching you as a bonus, is AliExpress filter hacks. okay, AliExpress filter hack. We can actually sort it by orders and look for the 4.5 star and above review. Okay, 4.5 star and above. Then you sort by newest to see the trending suppliers. Okay, so yeah, let's go to AliExpress. Okay, orders, then 4.5 star or maybe 5 star review, then sort by newest and see the trending suppliers. Okay, so this is the best way. Okay, it's because most people just copy viral TikTok stores, but those are already saturated. Okay, so if you find the product when it's still on the brand, you win cheap traffic. Okay, so this is how you can get new trending products that are doing well. You can keep, you can just make things different. Okay, yeah, just make yourself different, brand yourself well in a way that you actually get results. Okay. So now the next part is where we go into how you can build your actual store, how you can add products and also make your pages look legit. Okay, not like all this 2012 design hype. And remember, this is about hype. Okay, it's about doing it the right way, because once you do it, you're done. Okay, you don't waste months chasing shadows. So make sure that you do it the right way. Okay, so let's jump to the next part. Welcome back to the second part of this Shopify dropshipping course. Okay, so far you've learned what dropshipping actually is, how to pick a niche, and why. A lot of these gurus always forget to mention customer complaints and several other things that I've talked about just in the part one. So I'm starting that you've been able to learn a whole lot just from that part. Okay, so now we're gonna be talking about building your store and adding your first products like a real e-com boss. Okay, I mean, I'm not talking about all these overpriced mastermind courses. I'm not talking about those e-com boss, but I mean a real one. Okay, so now let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, now you're gonna head over to Shopify.com. It's very easy. Just type Shopify.com. Click on Start Free Trial. Choose a business name. Okay, don't overthink it. You don't need to overthink it. And if you're confused about the business name to use, just go to ChatGPT, okay, or any AI tool out there and seek for. Just tell them what you want to do, okay, because before you should even go ahead to get your store, you should have, practice the first part of you researching your niche, which I taught you already by going to using TikTok, Amazon, and some other strategies that I taught you to get your niche. So you should have gotten your niche and a product that you want to sell, so you can, add on to any AI tool and tell the AI. But the one I recommend is ChatGPT. Just tell ChatGPT. You can use the voice feature. Just press the record and start recording your voice and pour out your mind to ChatGPT. This is exactly what you want to do. This is the product you want to sell and all that. And ChatGPT should give you a business name, and it's going to give you a lot of recommendations and you can pick from them. Okay. So here's the honest truth though. Your first store name doesn't matter. Okay. When it comes to your first store, the name probably doesn't matter. Okay. So because I've seen a lot of people spend 6 hours thinking of a name and 6 minutes setting up their site. Okay. So you need to flip that. All right. And another thing you can also do is that you can also use a name generator. Okay. You can pick something niche relevant. An example can be paullockstore.com in case you're in the pet gear niche. Okay, the pet gear niche, paullockstore.com, or zendeskglow.com. You're in the home and decor niche. Okay, zendeskglow.com, or tidytitans.com if you're in the cleaning gadgets niche. So you can see how everything works hand in hand. Okay, so you can just pick anything, but always make sure that don't use names like Epic Products, Z for you. Those ones are not okay. Okay, I've seen some stores like that. Epic Products, Z for you. It's like, equal for then capital letter U. That's not okay. Okay, that's not cool. So you don't want to do that, right? So the next thing is, the moment you're done with picking your name, you wanna go to Shopify, then online store, then Teams. You wanna click on online store, click on Teams. Then you can use on Dawn. Dawn is free. Okay, Dawn Teams is okay. You can actually get started with Dawn. It's free, it's clean, and it actually converts very well. Okay, you can use Dawn. And if you want to level up, you can check out teams like Refresh, Clean and Bold. Sense is also a good team in Shopify. It's good for health and beauty. Maybe you're in the health or beauty niche, it's good. And you can use paid teams like Turbo or Booster teams. Okay, they are solid, although they are a bit expensive. So I wouldn't suggest you go for all these ones. You can just start with the free ones out there. Okay, so just make sure to keep it simple. It's not like you're building Amazon. Okay, you are just building trust here. You want to build trust. You want people to you want to start building your brand and build trust so that customers can keep on coming. Okay, now before you add any product, you should build the bones of your site, the homepage. Try as much as possible to add your banner image, your call to action, and your product teasers at the front. Then your about us also, you need to talk about your mission. Okay. So if you are solo, people buy stories a lot. Okay. People buy stories. So try as much as possible to, drop your thoughts there. Okay. And try as much as possible to add your contact for us page. Like you can add a form or at least a support email. You can use your Gmail. Okay. So you can add your Gmail there so that people can be able to reach you. It builds trust. It helps people to know that okay, you are legitimate and they can reach out to you. And also there's a frequently asked page which is also important. So you need to add those ones also. So like you can answer questions about shipping, refunds, and order tracking. If you've not done that, please try as much as possible to do that. And in case you're worried that, oh, Maverick, how can I do all these things? It's kind of stressful. AI is there for you. Just go to ChatGPT. The moment you just pour out your mind and tell ChatGPT to generate you a particular business name, the next thing, just tell it to generate you an about us section, a contact us section, and frequently asked questions section. So it's gonna generate everything for you. You just have to copy paste. It's very easy. Okay. And also you can use a free app like Help Center to generate your frequently asked question templates very fast. Okay. Help Center, just type it on Google. You see them give it to you. Okay. Now, let's go to the aspect of you adding your products because this is the fun part. Okay. Now there are two options I'm gonna give to you. It's either you do it manually. You can add products manually. You can just use AliExpress to find your product. Okay. You can download clear images from them. Okay, from the website, and let's go ahead, copy the title, description, and pricing. You can add it manually to Shopify. Okay. Let's go to Shopify, then go to products and click on add products. Although this is more work, but it gives you full control. Okay. But if you don't want to go that route, you can use the option B, which I have for you. You can use some dropshipping apps. Okay. You can use apps like DSAS. Okay. You can use Zendrop or you can use AutoDS. Okay. They're going to help you to import products with just a single click. Okay. They're very good and they'll help you to sync prices and or inventory. Okay. Another thing is that they fulfill orders automatically for you. You don't have to stress yourself that hard. Okay. So you can actually use them. They are not bad. Okay. And also they usually have free plans. So you can start with these as okay. You are using AliExpress. Okay. Start with these as you're using AliExpress. But if you are using on US-based suppliers, then I would suggest you use Zendrop. Okay. Zendrop is better. Okay. Now, before we continue, please make sure that you are careful in this aspect, especially in the process of copying description, because a lot of beginners, the blow hit here, they just go to AliExpress and they copy a description that says, maybe for example, product is very good and the function is multi-purpose of the plastic equipment. And you see, that doesn't really make sense. And when it comes to AliExpress, those guys just paste whatever it is because they don't have the time. They've got a lot of products they're manufacturing, so they just write shitty description. So you want to make it clean, okay? I mean that because that doesn't make sense. Okay, you don't want to run ads or even spend time growing organic traffic to send your customers to that kind of page that's shitty. Okay, so you need to follow this format. You can also use ChatGPT for this. We want to have a hook, a solution, benefit, and urgency. Okay, hook like for example, tired of clustered counters. Solution, affordable sink rack, save space and dry stitches faster. And benefit, you can highlight like 2 to 3 features in the bullet points of the benefit that they gain from buying the foldable sink rack. Okay. Then you want to add an urgency like limited stock due to viral demand. Okay. So it's as simple as that. So you want to follow this format and you can actually use ChatGPT. So in case you're selling any other thing, just give this to ChatGPT, hook, solution, benefit, urgency. Tell ChatGPT to generate that for you. Click solution, benefit, urgency. And it's going to do that, right? You can do that in the same conversation you've started with ChatGPT or any AI tool. It can be cloud, whichever one, or even if it's is it Grook? Yeah. Or Meta AI, whichever one. Those guys can do that easily for you for free. Okay. Now, when it comes to pricing, forget the $9.99 trap. Those ones are old news. Okay. So here is a better pricing model. Okay. You need to have cost price multiplied by 3 equals to the retail price. So that way you can afford ads plus profit. Okay. So here is how you can do it. So when you want to price, you first get the cost price, which you will have gotten from your supplier, maybe on AliExpress or your US-based supplier. So the moment you check the cost, you multiply it by 3. Okay. All right. So that is what you used. And you can also add $2 to $4 for value perception. Okay. An example can be $24.95 instead of $19.99. So after you've actually gotten your you multiply by 3, you can just add $2 to $4 for value perception. Okay, so that is how you fix your price. Don't just write $9.99 now. Okay, and also don't forget that shipping should be free. Okay, yeah, shipping is free, but shipping isn't free. Actually, you are just hiding it in the price. So after you've multiplied your cost price and everything, you need to add the shipping also to it. So, but you just tell them that shipping is free, but it is not free. Okay, so if you multiply the cost price by 3, okay, then you can add the shipping to it also and your value perception. So you maybe the cost price is, maybe after everything it's $24.95. You had your shipping, okay, then you now say shipping is free. So that's how it works. Okay. And social proof also matters. You need to have social proof. Okay. Just like I said, this course is gonna be informative because I'm gonna go ahead and give you every trick that you need. Okay, everything, the tools you need to get everything done. So in order for you to get social proof, you can actually use apps, free apps like Looks or Harley Reviews. Okay, looks like LOOX. To you can use them to import reviews from AliExpress. Okay, and also you can add a few 5-star ones, some 4 stars, and 1 3 star says some good positive things about the product. Okay, and please always make sure that you add comments. You can add comments like for example, you can do something like this shipping took to 8 days, but the product works great. Okay, comments just like that, we should just add to it so that this can entice people. They will know that okay, take this for the shipping, but there is still you know success for the customer. Okay, so that actually makes it feel more real because nobody's gonna believe a 500 5-star review with zero feedback. So you need to add feedbacks like that to it. Okay, and there are also some essential applications that you should install. So this helps to convert your store. You can install apps like DSAS, which I talked about earlier. It's good for importing and also fulfilling products. Okay, and Looks also for product for photo reviews. And Sticky Add to Cart. This helps to increase conversion. We also have Reconvert. Okay, this is good for post purchase upsell. And there is also Chatra or live chat widgets. Okay, so please, these ones are okay. Don't overdo. Okay, even 5 to 6 apps is already plenty because if you have too much of applications on your store, you're gonna slow down your site. Okay, and slowing down site it kills conversion. Okay, so you need to be very careful. So that is it. You're almost done. Yeah. Okay, but please, before you even go ahead and start running ads or running traffic to your store, try as much as possible to test everything before going live. Okay, so you can first add a product to cart, go to the checkout, enter like maybe a fake info. Okay, or you can actually use a real info. Okay, to see if it works, or you can enter a fake info. Make sure that the thank you page appears. Okay, make sure the thank you page appears the moment you do that. Then because these things are important. Okay, I've seen some people on forums, they just make their store go live without testing, and they actually wonder why no one buys. But that is because the character was broken. Okay, you need to test all these things before you make it go live, right? So that is very important. So now you have it. You now have a functioning Shopify store. You have a legit product with a real copy. You have reviews, pricing, and trust elements. The next thing now is just for us to cover the last part of this this masterclass, this course, which I'm happy to be teaching you guys. What I know, the little thing I know in dropshipping, which is the last part I'm going to talk about is order fulfillment, shipping, marketing. Okay, how you can market your product, okay, and get traffic to your site, okay, and how you can actually make sales this year. Okay, so if you're liking this series, if you're liking as everything is going as this masterclass, this course, please just comment something below, like this video, which will help me to keep doing this the more. Okay, so now I'll see you in the next part. So all right, so welcome to the final part of this Shopify dropshipping course, okay, for this year. And thank you very much for making it this far. And I want you to give yourself a pat on the back, okay, or maybe a cookie or both, okay. Now, so far we've covered what dropshipping is, how you can build your Shopify store, and also how to find and add products like a pro. So now it's time for the stuff that makes or break your business, okay, which is fulfilling orders, shipping to customers, marketing that actually works, okay, and some uncomfortable truths that most gurus out there or YouTubers out there won't tell you. Okay. Now, when it comes to fulfillment, okay, the best part about dropshipping is that you don't actually need to touch your product or touch any inventory. You don't need warehousing. You don't need to, packet peanuts, okay, or packaging or anything. There is no dear customer note. You don't need any of that. Okay. When someone buys from your store, you just open your Disa or Zendrops app or whichever one. Okay. Or just open your application. Okay. Your app and, you know, any one of your choice and just click on fulfill order and the supplier just ships directly to your customer. Okay. And if you also click your auto fulfillment, okay, once you get your auto fulfillment enabled, you do not even need to you don't even need to click. Okay. So there is also something you need to know. Always make sure that you double check the product link. Okay. Make sure you double check the product link, the shipping method, and also customer address before you should hit confirm and start getting your supplier to process your orders. Okay, because if you are sending a pet leash to someone in Germany or Brazil, for example, and it has a 45 days shipping, that is exactly how you get your first angry email. Okay, so you need to be very careful. So you need to double check everything: your product link, your shipping method, and customer address before you go ahead to just hit confirm. Okay, that your order should be fulfilled. So another thing you need to know about shipping is that a lot of people don't know this, and this is where a lot of beginners always panic. When it comes to AliExpress, they have on standard shipping, which is on 10 to 20 days. Their standard shipping is 10 to 20 days. While e-packets, if they are available, this one, they are 7 to 14 days. Okay. While Zendrop or US suppliers, it's 4 to 10 days. Okay. So that is what you need to know. All right. So what you should do is that you need to be upfront in your frequently asked question and product pages. So you can add something like estimated delivery is 7 to 15 days. So you at least know that whichever drop shipping or whichever shipping you are using, or supplier you're using, you stand a chance of being able to, deliver at the right time because you kind of, under promise. Okay. So you need to set proper expectations so that nobody will think that you're Jeff Bezos. Okay. When it comes to delivering. Okay. Or maybe you're going to deliver it personally. No. Okay. So you also try as much as possible to test the shipping yourself. So you can order your home products. Like if it's $15, just go ahead, just risk it out, okay? Because it's actually gonna save you from a lot of stress, okay? Because you don't want to get the dispute and from PayPal or refunds. It's not a good one. It's gonna affect your your reputation and also affect your progress, okay? So test it out first because that way you're able to know that okay, this is the number of days it took them to ship to you. So this will save you from a lot of refund, okay? Because all these things can actually make them wipe out your store, right? So sometimes customer will ask for delivery. They will ask, "Where's my package?" You're gonna get emails like that the moment you're getting orders. So you want to use an app like Track 123 or 17 Track. Okay, you want to use apps like that. You want to connect it to your store. So that way, customers they're gonna get an auto email with a tracking number after their order is processed. So that way they can keep checking it by themselves. But even if even if you still have this, it will also be good that you also send an email like 3 days after purchases. Okay, like you can just email them, hey, what's the name? Your order is in transit, so here's the tracking link. Okay, so you just give them the tracking link case, all right? So this helps to build trust and lower chargebacks, right? So we send it 3 days after the order, okay? So now let's get to the part where everyone is secretly open will be the magic point, okay? And that is exactly how you get people to visit your store and actually buy something, okay? So there are two options. The first one is the organic marketing, which is free but powerful. And the second option is the paid, okay? So now I'm going to talk about in the paid, I'm not actually going to talk about you running paid adverts, okay? So just stick around for what I have for you over there. Now in the organic method, which is a free, if your budget is tight, okay, but your hustle is strong, this is for you. If you have a good hustling spirit, but you have a low budget, just go for this, okay? And even if you have high budget also, this is not also bad. You can actually add it to the paid method. It all works, okay? The only difference is just that the paid method is fast, right? This one, it takes time, okay? So the best way you can get traffic right now as at the time of creating this video is TikTok, period, okay? Because people are going viral with videos filmed in their kitchen, them holding a sponge, saying, this $4 product changed my life, okay? So it's as simple as that. A lot of people have gone viral just with 10 seconds video of them holding a product and they got millions of views and thousands of orders. Okay, so that's just it. Okay, but if you're the kind of person that you hate filming, maybe you hate filming, you don't like showing yourself, you are not that full camera confident, okay, or maybe you don't even like editing or speaking, no problem. You can actually use tools like CapCut, Pictory, or Canva, okay, and Canva rather, to create a video. Okay, so they are free. They are made for TikTok. They let you add text, trending sounds, and product footage in minutes. So you can just easily, add the product to your CapCut, and you can actually use it to generate a video that is actually explaining your product. Okay, and pictorial, also it helps you paste your product description. Okay, and it's also able to create a short video with music, voice, and stock visuals. Okay, why Canva is very good for short form video templates, so you can actually use to create and swipe worthy clips without showing your face. So these are tools that you can actually use. Okay, you can just use them to, if you go to YouTube, you're gonna see tutorials on how you can use especially Canva to create videos for TikTok. You can just have the products there and have the benefit. You just put a bit of text on the screen and product in the screen and just let it, animate, and you can possibly get sales just from that. Okay, so even if your editing skill are still stuck in 2009, okay, these tools are gonna make you actually look like a pro. All right, and the best thing is that you can post 1 to 2 TikToks per day. So like using different angle. All right, so you can use different angle, like you can be like unboxing this weird Amazon product. That's another angle. Another angle can be why I bought these for my cat and not my girlfriend. That is another angle that you can use. And another one, TikTok made me buy it, and now I use it every day. That is another angle. So these are angles that people go search for, and you stand the chance of actually ranking high for this. Okay, and also being able to go viral. So yeah. Okay, and you can also repost them on Instagram Reels and Pinterest Pin, because one piece of content can actually travel very far for you. So don't just stick to TikTok alone. Once you post on TikTok, you can just post that same video on Instagram Reel. You can just kind of crop it a bit so that it looks different. And also don't post on TikTok and you now download it on TikTok and it's having TikTok watermark. No, okay. So the moment you are done editing, post it on TikTok, then that same video, it's still on your mobile phone or your phone or your laptop or your desktop, your computer, and you now upload it on Instagram Reels, interesting. But please make sure that there is no TikTok watermark. Don't go ahead, upload on TikTok and now download the video on TikTok, Instagram. Okay? Except if you're downloading it and there is no watermark. Okay, so please be careful. Now that is about the free way you can actually get traffic. Okay, the second option is influencer shout out. Okay, that's high and it's actually budget friendly. So you don't really need to go ahead to run ads and all that from the beginning, because ads are now taking time. Like ads you need to keep testing and all that. So you can actually use influencers. Okay, so let's say you've got little cash but not up to $1,000 or 1,000 grand to blow on ads. You can try micro influencer shout outs. Okay, there are all these little small influencers that you can try. So the way you can do it is that you can go to TikTok or Instagram and you can find small creators who has maybe around 2,000 to 50K followers in your niche. Okay, then you can DM them something like, hey, I love your content. Can I send you a free product in exchange for a short TikTok? Okay, so you can actually use that. But sometimes you sending them a free product, it might not still get them to be interested. So you can also add to them that you can pay a little fee, even aside giving them the product. You can still pay a little fee, get them to give you a shout out. So this is a good way that a lot of people have used to make a lot of money. So just go to TikTok, look for small creators that that their audiences will still resonate with niche. Okay, maybe 2 to 50K followers. Those ones, even if they want to charge you, they're not gonna charge you much. Okay, maybe possibly around 100, $200, $300. You can still, even with $100, even if it's $50, you can still be able to get a shout out from them. So, but just make sure that you look at their engagement. So if someone with 2,000 followers can have a good engagement rate, that is what you need to know, factor, right? So using this, you now have an organic style user-generated content without having to film anything yourself. So this is very useful if you don't want to film yourself. Also, you can use other people who can do it for you. Okay, so you can just get them to film the product and post it. These influencers, you can also repost that same video on your profile. Okay, so it's as simple as that. Okay, you can use it for websites also. You can add it on your website, repost it, or even turn it into an advert also. Okay, because that way, what they say that this is an influencer promoting, talking about your product, it boosts credibility and it also helps them to, easily trust you. Okay. Now I'm just going to add this as a bonus. This is paid ads, but this is only when you're ready to scale. Okay. So when it's time to go big, you don't really need hard creativity that's convert. Okay. But again, you don't even need to do this from the start, but in case you want to do this, it's fine. And if you want to maybe create an advert, okay, like create an advert, how you can do it is you can actually use in video AI and just paste the script and it helps you to build a TikTok style paid ads in seconds. Okay. Or you can use on promo.com. You can choose a template. You can upload your product image and boom, we've got our Facebook ready video ads. Okay. Already. So that is for Facebook. And Flex Clip also is a good one. So you can just simply drag and drop editors that even let you record and voiceovers. Okay. So that is it. So in case you want a solid ad structure, you need to have a hook, a demo, and call to action. So hook should be 3 seconds. Okay, maybe something like, I didn't think this would work, but wow. You see that it's kind of get them to that. What is it? What exactly are you talking about? Okay. And the demo is where you show the product that is solving the problem. And call to action will be something like, order now while it's still 50% off. Because everybody want to buy cheap. Okay. They don't want to buy 100%. They want to buy off. The discounts, the call to action should be there. Okay. You can actually start with something like $15 to $30 per day on your advert. So you can test 2 to 3 ads creatives and you can let the numbers tell you which one is working. Let's start with $15 to $30 per day and an advert. Okay. And test 2 to 3 creativities. Okay. So the thing is that you don't actually need to be a content creator to win in e-commerce or dropshipping. You just need the right tools and a little nerve to press upload. Okay. So that is about it about this tutorial discussion. But here are some marketing mistakes that a lot of people make. They sell without proof. Okay. Because if nobody knows your store exists, nobody is going to trust you. So you need to use video content, even if it is user generated content style. Okay. Then you need to run, multiple ads. A lot of people just run one advert and they quit. Dropshipping is a game of test. It's not a game of luck. Okay. So you may go through, 5 products and 12 creatives before you even find your gold mine. Like I went through 17 before I was able to get my gold mine with the 18. So, you need to keep testing. All right. And also, you need to know your numbers. A lot of people don't know their numbers. If you are spending $100 to make $60, then that's not testing. That's donating. Okay, so you need to be careful. You need to keep studying your numbers to see. As you're running ads, are you making more? If you run $100 on ad and you make back, $120, that is still something. That's a progress. You've got $20 profit, so you can keep pushing them more. Okay, so that's it. And also, if this one might be difficult for you to do, you can use apps like Profit, okay, to track or everything, the cost of goods, the ad spend, the revenue, the refund. So you can use Profit for this. Okay? You can just track it by yourself. Okay. So the truth about dropshipping is that making money with it varies. Okay, because I know a lot of people do ask me, how long do I need to wait before I can make money? So here's the uncomfortable truth. Some people make money in 2 weeks. Some it takes them 2 to 3 months. For me, it took me 5 months, okay, before I was able to make my first sale. And some don't because they quit after one flop. So it depends on you. Okay. So, and another thing you need to know is that your first store, it probably might not even make you rich. Yeah. Your first store might not make you rich, but your third store, that might actually change your life. Okay. So that is the fact. So winners, they keep tweaking. They don't fall in love with products. They fall in love with the process. As you don't fall in love with the product, fall in love with the process. So now you understand dropshipping, you've built your store, you've known how to fulfill orders and market your products, and you are not being lied to by another, rented Lambo guru. Okay. So the next thing I want you to do now is to go ahead. You can rewatch the first 2 parts if anything feels a little bit fuzzy. Okay. And you can launch your store. Don't wait for it to be perfect. Just go ahead and launch it. And you can always ask me questions in the comment box. Which chance I'm going to reply. Okay. And please don't forget to like this video so that YouTube can recommend it to several other people out there. And also comment your thoughts below. Okay. If you've launched your product, you can let me know, or launch your store rather. If you've launched your store, you can let me just type my first product is live in the comment box. And please subscribe for more, tutorials like this, e-commerce tutorials, dropshipping tutorials, just like this. Because this is just the beginning and we are just getting started. But this, I'll wish you the best. Yeah. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure. And I'm happy to do this. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time. Bye for now, and take care of yourself. And please go ahead and just do it. You got it. Okay.